Hello Facebook fam bam, Emily Diamond here. Thank you for popping in. I wanted to quickly share today 3 brain hacks that assist us living in a modern, stimulating, busy, crazy environment without living in a full-on stress response all the time. Sometimes I feel like my main job, hi people joining us. Sometimes I feel like my main job is just simply shifting people out of their stress response, because when they get out of their stress response, they get into their mojo, they get into their flow, they get their creativity pumping, they get all this clarity and certainty and the power of self-reflection and awareness and impulse control and all of these beautiful things that, oh my goodness, don't we just all want? Oh, they're all so yummy. All right. And if, for anyone who's joining us, please feel free to comment and ask questions, because this is a very juicy topic. Okay, so there's 3 brain hacks. And if you know these already from working with me, wonderful. Let's just layer them in another layer deeper. And if you've never heard these before, I am absolutely delighted to be giving these to you today. The first one is comfort. Comfort. Now, we have all these different ways that we can experience comfort. We can comfort ourselves, we can experience being comforted by others, and then we can also just have comfortable, lovely experiences, so physical experiences. So we have physical comfort, and we have mental comfort, and we have emotional comfort. Physical comfort is obviously, wearing clothes that make us feel nice. Sleeping in a bed with fresh sheets is a really great example. You know that sensation from fresh sheets when you get into a beautifully made bed with fresh sheets? That whole sensation of like pleasure and delight and awe, well, that's comfort, okay? That is the beautiful physical sensations of comfort and what it does for our nervous system. That reaction is pretty obviously a pleasurable, lovely, aspirational, uplifting physical sensation. And yes, those are the emotional states where we are the most productive people. So comfort we can have physically, comfort we can have mentally. The way we get mental comfort is through routines and rituals. Notice children watch the same show over and over again. They read the same book over and over again. They love their routine. Now, we forget as adults that we are exactly the same. We have all got movies that we have watched multiple times as adults, and although we might not think that the script or anything is particularly groundbreaking, it's the comfort of the activity, the comfort of the same foods, the comforts of eating our meal in the same place, the comfort of our rituals around our cups of tea or our morning coffee, or the way we plan our day, or the way we organize our personal possessions when we arrive home. These are all examples of mental comfort, the way we perceive our environment and perceive ourselves. And then we have emotional comfort, and emotional comfort typically comes from the people around us and also the media sources that we choose to engage with, whether they comfort us and give us hope for humanity or whether they make us despairing. So of course, number 1, I would encourage you to up your levels of physical, mental and emotional comfort. When we go away and travel and we go to hotels, if anyone traveling out there, big shout out to you, give us the thumbs up. If there's anyone out there traveling right now, you'll know that part of the sensation and the pleasure of it all is the level of comfort you experience going into that beautiful, clean, ordered environment of accommodation that you've paid for. That level of comfort we associate to luxury, but that's something that we can have in our own homes. If anyone's ever paid someone to clean their house, they know that that level of comfort when you come home. Oh, we've got someone thumbsing up. Oh, traveling right now. Hello. Thank you, nice darling, nice to see you. So that level of comfort does so much for us. We're able to gain perspective and clarity and feel inspired and connected. Fundamentally, comfort tells your beautiful animal brain that you are safe, because when we are safe, we are not comfortable. Everything is uncomfortable. And so we strongly associate comfort with safety. So if you want to be reducing your stress response, you want to increase safety, you want to increase your comfort. That's the first one. The second hack is, actually, I was going to share one little comfort thing that I do is whenever I have a hot drink, I don't know what it is, but there's something about holding the cup in my hand so that it's touching this part of my hand. For some reason, I find that so comforting. So I do it for myself all the time. Another one that I do is when I get into bed at night, I take up the whole, when I first get in, I take up as much space as I can in the bed, and I feel the sheets under my fingers like you do in a hotel. I treat my bed like it's a hotel bed. I take a moment to drink in all of that comfort, all of that experience of luxury. Oh, how nice it is to sleep in such a beautiful, firm material, is soft. You know, that's what we do in a hotel. That's why we get the pleasure. Why not do that at home? Okay. And also take a moment to appreciate how comfortable that is compared to other people who aren't necessarily sleeping in such comfortable, privileged positions. So that's always a nice little bonus on that one. So that's comfort. Then the second one is connection. Whoa, there is a lot of stuff going on for humanity now around connection. You look at the efficacy and impact of Facebook. You know, we're sitting here watching right now. That is fulfilling on the human primal drive of connection. We seek out connection. We are a mammal, okay? We are a group animal. We are a herd species. We require the collective. Human beings, this is a very full-on concept, but human beings only experience themselves by being with other human beings. That's a whole other thing, but we experience ourselves through others. We experience ourselves through connection, through community, and there's got to be a reason why a big dominant chunk of our language that evolved from ancient Latin and ancient Greece is all centered around togetherness, and even communication is in its language roots, it's all about connection and togetherness. We are communicators, we are connectors, we are collectives, we are sharers, we feel safe in groups. So connection, not just to others, and so this one has three facets too. We have to connect to others to reduce our stress response. Humans feel safety in a group. It's really cool when humans grow up in really varied social circumstances. They learn that their safety isn't dependent upon one or two people. They learn their safety is available through lots of others, and that's where we get lots of resilience. Okay, when people don't experience that safety, a conversation today with someone who's coming into the new Mojo Boss Lady program, she's got conditioning around really caring what people think about her, and it impacting her life, and it impacting her performance, and impacting her boldness, her communication, her relationship choices. And she's from a teeny tiny town where, you know, not only does she have the primal drive that we all have, which is to be safe in a group, it was heavily exaggerated by needing to navigate in a very controlled environment where the choices around who she could connect with were limited, and you really had to just get along, and you really had to make sure that those people liked you, and you really took into account what they think, and that mattered. So this connection thing, we live at a very good time for that, where we've got online communities. We can really easily find our tribe, find our people, get connected, sometimes outside of the boundaries of what we're geographically dealing with. So it's a great time to be alive for connection. Hello, Facebook. Thank you so much. And connection is with others as well as ourselves. So connecting with yourself is of critical importance. And that's essentially having enough time to know yourself, enough time to experience what your dominant thought is, what you're desiring, what matters to you. And there's all types of techniques for doing that. I won't go into the details of that, but if you're seeking further connection with yourself, good. It's of critical importance for you to not be living a life in a stress response. Then the final aspect of connection is connection to the world around you. So not only are we a herd species, we've evolved as carbon-based life forms in an integrative ecosystem. So we require being around natural spaces, trees, the sky, bodies of water. We require connection with our planet, and for other people that extends to quite a spiritual aspect, and they're also looking for connection to religious or spiritual sources as well. And that is, if that's what you're living in and that lights you up, then I'm going to always encourage you to keep doing more of that. Please, more of that. Okay, so that's connection. And then the final one is control. And control is a hotly contested word. And when I mean control, I'm talking about the illusion of control. When humans perceive that they have some sort of power that they can exert over their environment, their stress level goes down. Now, this comes from primal things around weather determining our ability to be safe, the seasons determining our food supply, and things like predators impacting the safety of us or our offspring or our community. So humans have evolved to do a lot of things that control our environment, because controlling our environment reduces our stress response. It reduces our perceived threat. So I talk about how it's an illusion of control, because in reality, we can't really control anything. You know, the stuff that's just been happening in terms of natural weather disasters, well, that's just like a common theme throughout life, but also disease outbreaks, you know, other people having free will. Yes, there isn't actually that much that we can control in life, but if you feed and nourish the illusion of control that you have, you will massively reduce your stress response. So even simple things like being in a building where there's a roof and four walls that controls the environment, so you're controlling that internal environment, that reduces your stress response to being out and being exposed to the elements. Fridges are a really great example of humans' illusion of control. What we will find often is that when people feel out of control, they will buy a lot of food that they don't need. It's a primal response to control your food supply, make you feel safer. That often expresses itself in a lot of eating behaviors as well. Make myself feel safer through having food availability. Very smart primal development. Thank you so much, brain. Let's take that. Now, if you are finding yourself doing behaviors that are like undesired or unproductive around control, you've got to, oh, my video just paused itself. You can look for other ways of experiencing and nourishing the illusion of control, because when you build enough buffer, oh, I'm just having connection issues. If you build up I might just turn the Wi-Fi off. Get a big enough buffer, you'll find some of those undesired behaviors go away. Okay, it's always about the environment that we're experiencing, and our environment is just as much what's going on in here as it is what's going on around here. And even if the environment outside us is fabulous, if our internal environment is terrible, we will be living from our stress response. So I'm recapping now: the comfort, connection, and the illusion of control. I wish it was just as simple as saying control, but it's the illusion of control. So please take them on. Please look at ways that you can simply implement facets of those. Even if you just take one tiny little tidbit away from that today, that will just delight me beyond your imaginings. My name's Emily. As you guys probably already know, I do group, private and corporate coaching. Transformational leadership is my primary focus. I combine learning modalities with transformational change techniques. Thank you for the love hearts. And I am here to support us all and lift us up. And I am here in the trenches, guys, dealing with my own imperfections and my own humanity every single day. So thank you for letting me share with you. Thank you for being here. And I'll look forward to talking to you guys soon. If any of you are interested in my upcoming women's program, I'm doing inductions now, and you can PM me and we can talk about these themes, because this comfort, control and connection is a big theme in that women's program. All right, I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.